The People's Countryside
The
Environmental
People's Countryside
Debate
Environmental Debate Podcast. The
People's Countryside Environmental Debate Podcast.
People's Countryside Environmental Debate Podcast.
The People's Countryside Environmental Debate Podcast.
Do we have any signs of sustainability policy, plan and quantifiable results forming that crosses cultures? If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Nearly didn't press record. This is the People's Countryside with
William and with
Stuart, the Wild Man Mabbott.
Yes.
We got listener questions today from Paul in Lleweni, North Wales, and Susan from Chapel on Le Frith in Derbyshire, England.
Do you know what the Frith is?
Well, it's French for chapel in the forest. Frith is forest.
Oh, okay.
So we set these questions. Some are challenging, some are easy. Some are environmental, some aren't. We don't see them before we press record. We come at it cold, but we always try and spin it round in the environment in some way. Sometimes we come up with an action, sometimes the action is buried in the conversazione.
And we don't prepare for these conversations.
Don't prepare!
Apart from our preparation, if there's any, is the plus 600 episodes we've already released of this podcast, but also our own experiences. When we record these, we record every fortnight. And then we have we've got 2 weeks of life that has occurred between those two moments, and that often informs what comes out of our gobs.
So we've got two questions. So what are they? Let's go with the first one from Paul.
Yep.
Let's have a read of that. This question is way too long for me.
Paul's question then is, it's because it's got more than 3 words, right? Yeah. Paul's question then is, do we have any signs of sustainability policy, plan and quantifiable results forming that crosses cultures? I would say that I can't point to one exactly, but there are groups of countries that are gathering together. And
there's G7, there's United Nations.
There's COP, of course. Yeah. But there was a gathering of countries out that were at COP, but they had their own separate gathering, and they are working together.
I think the signs isn't going to be in one policy or plan. It's just shared thinking and shared ambition. Yeah, that's the sign.
There has to be a strong motivation to actually, because with the giant oil producers who are making lots more money because of this crisis in the Strait of Hormuz. It seems to present an opportunity to go towards greener energy production because the fuel price is going up so quickly, and it's making governments in particular think about these specific sustainability policies, because actually you need to be a lot more less dependent on outside energy production, fuel deliveries. I can see just looking through social media often is that there's a couple of people that I follow on there, and they do talk about the fact that there's a lot more energy being produced now by renewable sources than there used to be, and that's only increasing. In fact, one of the leaders in this world of green production, green energy is China. They're really beginning to, especially with wind turbines, they're getting a lot more of their energy particularly produced that way. And you can see why it actually becomes a little bit more insular, because you're not sharing your own resources. You're actually trying to be more self-sustainable, and that's part of that. Those policies, those plans, and I think they are coming through.
I think the environmental action after this is you don't have to agree with everything people around you are saying for it to be sustainable. The end result and the desire and the ambition needs to be similar enough. The values need to be aligned for some sort of, it's a bit like a marriage, really. Okay, Susan in Chapel on Le Frith. I know this place, and I've never struggled to say it before. Chapel on Le... I still can't do it. Chapel on Le Frith. Even Chapel on La Frith.
Please get that raspberry in the final edit. It's needed. We have not had a raspberry on this before. I'm sure we have. That could have been the debut raspberry.
Yeah.
So Susan's question in that place that I can't pronounce either is as follows: if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Well, I believe in destiny, so I wouldn't change anything because it's destined.
Yeah. I wouldn't like that sort of power. I wouldn't like that. I don't like that sort of power. It reminds me of there's a conversation in The Lord of the Rings between two characters, and one wishes this creature called Gollum that's following them.
Right.
I wish he was dead. And Gandalf turns to him and says, "Oh, don't say that."
Gollum, has he got a short guy with pointy ears?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Very complicated character. Gollum is. He's bipolar in some ways, multiple personality disorder. Anyway, Gandalf says to him, "Don't say that. You don't know what part he's got to play in the future story. Even the very wisest can't see all ends." I would say I wouldn't try to change anything in particular. One thing. I mean, it's a very specific thing. I mean, I think about what
from whose perspective? Yours, humanity's, nature's?
There are so many perspectives. I mean, that I think the one thing is like, could you change this one thing and it does this to the rest of the world, sort of thing. Get rid of all right wing politicians would be one thing you could think about. But what is the one thing you can, the one thing that you could potentially change in yourself? Could it be an attitude that you have towards a specific thing? Like veganism is such a polarizing topic. It can be, being a vegan can be very threatening to some people or baffling. What's the one attitude that you have in your own mind that you think that you cling on to, but actually is not serving you anymore?
So environmental action. Don't think too black and white.
Yeah.
Simple as.